straight or you're just
Nah,
anything
For
else.
anything else, that could take a whole lot longer. Yeah, I
Yeah.
could totally see that.
I feel like it's even hard to sometimes know if you're straight. Like there's just like this like time where
but
you just
bro, you're in middle school. Who cares? Wait. I gotta see the question again. But he's a one man army. Like what? He's the only
Well,
person who
physically,
thought that.
like, for the most part, and that's just a thing that happens. They work out at the gym, and yeah, girls certainly can work out too if they want. But again, it's more common for boys.
Can I disagree or step forward?
I agree with him, by the way. I'm not gonna lie. Just generally
Who's
speaking,
one to
guys
say
are.
what gender, like, depends, like, who's stronger? It doesn't matter what gender you are. It matters who you are. It doesn't matter what you were born. It matters what you want to be.
you could be referring to strength in so many ways, like physically, emotionally, where the strength in your body is placed. Like it all just depends, and there's just so many factors that go into it.
I play volleyball, and sometimes we play the boys teams, and we we've crushed them a couple times, and it feels so good. So I don't agree with that.
I think getting rid of like.
What? I don't think they literally meant like every single boy in the world is stronger than every single girl in the world. Obviously not. But I think it's generally speaking like just based off of muscle and all that whatever like science and stuff. Guys are just stronger, and it's not necessarily that girls can't be stronger. That's not true. But generally speaking, like if you just take a default person, a default boy, and a default girl, the guy is usually 90% of the time is gonna be stronger.
These preconceived notions that like boys go to gyms, girls like stay at home. Like one of my best friends is a girl, and like she's stronger than half the guys I know. My name's Colby.
Sus,
I'm in 8th
Kobe.
grade, and I'm a middle school boy.
He low key do
I
sound a
don't
little
have, like, guy
sassy,
friends,
but that's fine.
I would ask them
We support the
questions,
LGBT.
when I'm gonna talk about
We
emotions,
support
almost,
them.
like shut down, and I feel like I just have like deeper connections with like women around me than a lot of the men that I do.
I am.
Yeah,
old
that
enough
nigga
to
definitely
be-
gay, bro. Which is fine, completely fine.
Obviously, more of like figuring yourself out comes in later years, but I feel like these relationships really shape how you feel about relationships in the future, and it's important to have them.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that it begins to become different when you get into like the sexual aspects of a relationship and dating.
Okay, Owen.
I think that this age, you don't know enough about yourself as a person at this age to give consent correctly and to understand like this is a powerful moment. And I think that like at age 12, it can be kind of hard.
Wait, are they all? Well, wait. What is middle school age? Because if they haven't they haven't explained like who is whose age. Because if they are 12, then yeah, 100% not. I think relationships like IRL relationships actually should start coming about in like 14, so like ninth grade maybe. But anything before that, it don't really count. Let's be honest. Cause what's the craziest shit, bro. You could be a elementary school or middle school, bro. A girl will literally leave you if she finds another nigga faster, bro. Which is the crazy, like just like that. Like it's not about money, personality. If there's another nigga that's faster than you, bro, he got it, bro. Just like that, he got her heart.
You guys can date. I'm me. You're not me. So I personally would never date, but you guys do your thing. It's like it's your jazz, not mine. So
Your jazz.
Just a lot more.
Olivia
life
seems cool.
Before you have to slow down. Like I want to ride my bike in the middle of the street and then binge eat popsicles and.
Yo, what's the thickest? What's he side-eyeing her right there?
me.
Bro?
So I
What the
personally would never
fuck?
date, but you guys do your thing. It's like it's your jazz, not mine. So
I think there's just a lot more to life before you have to slow down. Like I want to ride my bike in the middle of the street and then binge eat popsicles and watch.
Yo, why is he
television
looking
shows
at her like that,
before
bro?
I have to slow down, which I have 7 more years before I'm officially an adult. So I think I want to experience life before.
She's 13? Huh? She looks like she's like 4.
I stop all that.
I think when we talk about dating, it's like we're going through so much physiological change. Our mental state is just so fragile and like insane at this age that like dating to me, like the risk just outweighs the reward. And like Gen Z's, all of our experiences are getting moved up by like 5 years. I think
That is
I'm
actually a
cool without,
fact.
like a few more years. Like I don't think I need to like rush anything.
And then I think at this age, we're more prone to, like getting upset over a smaller thing than what we would be when we're older. And then I also think if like, someone at our age is gonna date, it should be something, light and fun, not anything serious.
I feel like dating is more like emotionally focused at our age, and then being like sexually active while dating is like a whole other topic.
Well, like both people should be present and aware and almost like constantly aware of how they're feeling with one another in order for it to be a safe, healthy relationship.
Well, I mean, either way, if you were to date, like, even in the middle of, like, for example, middle school, most of the time it wouldn't work out. So there's no reason to, like, purposely, like, do everything you can to uphold it. Either way, it's not really gonna work. It's just a good experience to start your.
You know, Gordon is actually a smart kid because actually let him explain it first.
I'm in 6th grade, and I'm a middle school boy. My favorite thing about middle school is probably just the fact that it's not too young to be considered like, a basic school, but it's also not too high up, so you have too many responsibilities at once, like student loans. So, yeah, it's very simple and straightforward.
I understand.
Gordon is actually a very smart kid because something that I realized as I've gotten older, I'm a technical adult now, so tell your shit. But like that I realized is that a lot of times, like middle school, high school relationships, any of those type of relationships, like they're eventually going to die out. Like 90% of the times, like all the friends that you have now or in middle school throughout high school, it's pretty rare to keep that same friendship. Like 90% of the time that doesn't happen. And relationships too. Like high school lovers, bro, like most of the time they don't get married. They don't like go past like college, bro.
Understand what a woman's period is.
Okay. I don't even understand that shit. I'm gonna be
Well,
honest.
it's like a hormone reaction that causes blood to come out of where. That's essentially it. It
Yeah.
happens like maybe a few times a month, and yeah, it's not very comfortable.
It's like,
Oh, you would know,
once
Gordon,
start
wouldn't you?
They say it's supposed to be irregular for the first 2 years, and mine is like one time I didn't have it for 10 months, and then I got it and it was for 13 days.
Same, but mine was for like 4 months.
Oh my God. I think it's great that all of you guys know what it is, but I have countless amount of guy friends that
Yeah, same.
they just don't understand what it is. They think, oh, you bleed for like 10 seconds a day, right?
Yeah, I ain't even gonna lie, like I still don't know, bro. But that's not even my fault for real, because honestly, in the school system, like they don't teach like in like the class where you learn sexual education, right? They don't teach that stuff like at all. Like I just don't know. Like I really just don't. And I understand. I get the whole point that it hurts and it's like once a month. But besides that, that's all I know. Like I don't know anything else about it.
No, that's not what
And I
happened.
really don't want to have to search it up because that's just kind of
And I
like.
feel like my school, especially with the pandemic, like we skipped our health unit in 5th grade because of COVID, and it's just our teachers, when we went through sex ed this year, my teacher didn't teach it really.
Yeah, see, exactly, bro. They don't.
There are no government regulations for what sex ed can be, and you have these people in other places where their only sex ed is like, don't have sex until marriage, or else you'll get an STD and.
It is when the lining of the uterus comes out. Wait, okay, wait. If that's actually true, is there like a physical thing that like see, this is why I don't want to even search this up, bro. Like, why did I even bring this topic up? Because is there like an actual like oh, I did not know that, bro. That's actually crazy. I actually did not know that. Respect to females though. Respect to girls, respect to you for having to go through that, because I don't that sounds like insanely painful. It's not one big thing though.
Like
Okay,
how
I
my
see what you're
body
saying.
looks.
Yeah, I don't. It's like a wow. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm good. I don't want to hear about that.
With me, it is about like my weight and how I show up in the world. It's not something I talk
Owen.
to like anyone except for my parents about. It's like it's always a nagging thing, always in the back of my head. Every time I look in a mirror, every time I talk to someone with a body that I like envy, and I can't really go to any of my male friends about it because they're just like, stop being so sensitive. You look.
That's a fact though. That is a fact though. But I feel like there's only so much you can do when like going to somebody else about your body or some stuff like that. Like it's like, bro, like see, that's stuff you gotta deal with personally. Like, if any of my friends were to come to me and be like, "Yo, bro, like, I don't like how I look," or like, I just be like, "Bro, like, you kind of have to just figure it out, bro. Like, it's nothing you can really do. Those type of things, like mentally, like mental health, you kind of have to figure it out on your own, bro. You can't really go to your friends, especially if your friends are also middle schoolers. Like, you can't expect them to know, bro.
Just thinking about myself, I counted calories all the time. I still do it sometimes when my anxiety gets worse. And then, you know, seventh grade hit, and my closest friend developed an eating disorder, and we have a very similar body structure. Like, I know that weight is distributed differently, but it just doesn't register well in my head. Because then I'm like, well, if you think you're fat, then what am I? This has been a big source of part of my mental health issues. I mean, I still don't know how to deal with it because I'm still trying to figure myself out. Hi, my name is Natalie. I'm in seventh grade and I'm a middle school girl. I have friends who I know they don't pressure me into it, but it's just like when they go out wearing like these like Lululemon crop tops, I don't feel like I don't want to wear that kind of stuff.
Then don't.
So it definitely
What?
feeds into my body image issues.
I think it doesn't really matter about like the looks. I think it really matters about like personality. Yeah.
W
I used to
Nina,
have
okay,
really
okay.
bad body dysmorphia, and it's really hard, especially playing volleyball, seeing everyone like those small little shorts and then being like,
Yo,
oh,
but isn't it a crazy thing that we live in a world where middle schoolers are really like thinking about body dysmorphia, bro? Like, we are so like, and it's really social media's fault. But at the same time, I love the internet and I love social media. But it's really social media's fault because it's always like a push of, you know, this certain type of standard of beauty or this certain type of standard of you gotta have this or that, right? And it's so crazy that there's literally middle school girls and boys who really actually think about this stuff. Like that is just insane to
oh,
think
those
about.
legs look really nice.
Like in middle school, bro, I was thinking 90% of the time I was thinking about literally blade aids, bro, I used to be obsessed with tech decks in middle school, bro. And like when I was super young, bro, I used to be obsessed with tech decks. Me and Zamir, my cousin, like that's all we used to do was skateboard and tech decks, bro.
really want to look like that.
I never
And
thought
it's
about
hard,
body
but
dysmorphia.
I've
Exactly.
grown
I
to
didn't think
realize,
about body
I'm
dysmorphia. Like,
fine,
what?
I'm enough, and I look like this, and they look like that, and great,
I know for a lot of guys, like my age, like they're always working out and stuff. And for a while, I almost did that. Like I would like go to the gym every day and stuff like that. But then like kind of noticed I would be tired. I would have like more extreme mood swings. Like I was just like a less enjoyable person to be around. Like I think we don't talk about like how like men view themselves and like their bodies as much.
Personally, myself, I've never even thought about this. I just never
See,
really
bro,
thought about
Gordon,
how I look.
Gordon got a
Yeah,
nice noggin
I
on
had
him.
okay metabolism, and yeah, that's pretty much what carried me, and now we're here.
I think it's just like, yay, my body's here. Cool. Like, I can run with it, I can swim with it. It wasn't with my body as much as it was with hair, because my hair obviously looked different from your hair. So when I was younger, I straightened my hair once, and everyone had straight hair, and I was just like, I want straight hair. I want to look like her. She has pretty hair. My hair is all fluffy and dry. Hers is nice and straight and pretty. So it was just like that feeling of like
That
having to
kind
look
of,
like
that kind
everybody else.
of,
But
that kind of hit me a
I
little bit.
think I've found the confidence now.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Yo, okay, this is some confession level type shit, bro. Back in like, what grade was it? It was probably seventh grade. It's probably like around the time maybe even, yeah, it was like early seventh grade or sixth grade, bro. I used to like, this is during the era where like curly head, light skinned boys was like the wave, right? I did like a couple of times trying to like get my hair like that, bro. I would be in the bathroom, oh God, bro. I would be in the bathroom like looking up like curl tutorials and all that, bro. Like knowing damn well my hair is never going to be like that. And now the whole wave is locks now, so it's like it worked out, I guess.
Grade, all the girls have straight hair. And I was
Get
like,
wave shit.
my
Okay,
gosh,
you already know
I
what the
want that
wave is
straight
shit,
hair.
bro.
And
You're
then
weird.
all those girls were like, Suhaila, I love your hair. Your hair is gorgeous. And I was like, really? And then I was just, like I started to actually appreciate my hair.
God,
as
like,
part of
okay,
who I
bro,
am, and
you're
that's what makes me
weird.
part of who I am. And your hair is gorgeous, by the way.
You have really great hair.
I feel like I understand my sexual orientation.
Oh my goodness, bro. I'm not gonna lie, when these
Well, I mean,
these
there's
type of
not
questions
really
start to
any
get up, bro.
rule to it. It's just you're straight or you're not, in which case, if you're not, it becomes complicated. But if you're straight, it's pretty obvious.
My nigga Gordon, bro, he know what he talking about.
Sexual. Putting labels on things helps me. So yeah, that's how I identify at this point, and I am very confident in that. And I mean,
And that's
depending on where I am,
perfectly
I'm
okay,
more
Owen.
out or less out. I have to hide who I am because I'm in fear for
You don't know what you are. I know what I am. I am a cardi
having
sexual
asexual
to the heart, bro.
later, which
That
just
is literally what I am.
sexual attraction becomes something that people increasingly begin to have. I never had them. That's how I identify at this point in time. And I mean, sexuality is obviously like a fluctuating spectrum. Hi, I'm Owen. I'm in 8th grade and I'm a middle school boy. Coming out in my school, it was definitely an experience. I received tremendous support from the small but strong LGBTQ plus community within my school. It made me feel amazing about who I was and that I was able to meet people who were like me. But it still was a little isolating. It made it hard to relate to some of my male peers.
Wait, I just realized all those other people, that means they don't know their sexual
I've never
orientation.
kissed anybody. And it's like, I've really never had an attraction to anybody, so how would I know if I'm gay, straight, or bi? I just don't know yet.
To me, it's not that big of a factor. Like, I think everyone has a personal journey of like self-discovery. And for me, like, if I am gay, bi, or anything like that, like, I can just see like how I react to that. But I think right now, like, I'm not anything. Like, I'm just like neutral.
Yeah, I feel like what you said earlier about it being like super simple, but between like whether or not you're straight or you're just
Nah,
anything
For
else.
anything else, that could take a whole lot longer. Yeah, I
Yeah.
could totally see that.
I feel like it's even hard to sometimes know if you're straight. Like there's just like this like time where
But
you just,
bro, you're in middle school. Who cares, bro? This is why I don't understand. This is why, in my opinion, bro, the whole like narrative to push like certain like or like young like kids like elementary school kids to learn about sexual education and like all these like genders and stuff like that and like gender studies, bro. It's the stupidest thing ever because you're gonna tell a 5-year-old that there's all these different other things and they're not gonna know what to think, bro. They may not be that specific thing, but just because they heard it, they might now think that they are that thing and it's not necessarily true, and then they make a mistake like, you know, going as far as, you know, cutting off their private part or situations like that. That's why it's like, bro, just let the kid be the kid, bro. It's not that deep, bro. Like, people make things deeper than it has to be, bro. Like, we don't,
I
like,
feel
this doesn't have to be
middle
a
school and
conversation
high
all the
school is
time.
mostly that time where you just don't know where you are, and most people find it in college. So it's just like I personally have not defined myself because I don't know myself.
We have a leadership class that likes going through LGBTQ stuff right now. And I'm thinking you can't really know if you're gonna be like bi, gay, straight. It doesn't really matter. You don't know until you get like older. That's really my opinion.
Agreed. That's why I don't think you should really be talking about it. Like, who
I
cares? It's not that
disagree
serious.
with the stipulation that you have to be older to understand. I'm saying everyone, again, has their own personal journey. I can look back and see moments where I was attracted to men when I was like in kindergarten. So I think that it really depends, and I think that it really becomes this thing.
I
Like how
guess.
we as
I
a
mean, I guess. I
society
can't argue that.
look
I
at
guess. If that's true,
sexuality.
then, you know, I can't.
I've been harassed online.
Nigga, who has it, bro? Who hasn't been harassed online? That's what they should all be walking over there.
It was because of my race. I'm like originally from like a really white area in the South, and I was like the only black person in my whole like elementary school. Like, and this kid somehow like found like my Instagram or something, and just started calling me the N-word. I think I was like 8 or 9, and I think it affected me because like I started like talking less like in like my class, and I just felt like almost like alone, and like when I would try to tell like some friends I had at the time, like they didn't really like get it because a lot of my
Because
friends were also like white, and they just
I mean, I guess that's different. But who, bro? I used to be in COD lobbies all the time. I would be on BO2. I would be in COD lobbies with grown men, bro. They would call me slurs, and I'm not saying it's correct. I'm not saying it's right, but bro, like it's. I think the whole like online like bullying thing, it can get bad, like depending on like if everybody is doing it. Yeah, I understand. And the whole like idea that you can just literally just shut it off, it's not always true. But for the most part, bro, it's not that serious. Like, if it's just some random guy just being like, just racist just for no reason, you kind of just shrug it off. Like, you shouldn't let that type of stuff like actually affect how you feel, bro.
thought that it was like someone playing like a prank,
I have a similar experience. I actually have.
What type of prank is that? Calling you the hard R? What?
Someone called me the N-word. I've never been called it, and yeah, it's beyond what I've expected. So it just made me feel very little and like, I don't know, just like I couldn't do anything. And
Bro,
but cyberbullying
talk shit back,
especially,
bro. Like, what?
It's the same amount as like if someone was like in person.
No, it doesn't, bro. I'm not gonna lie. No, it doesn't.
Kayla, I'm in 8th grade and I'm a middle school girl. Sometimes I'm a little bit scared of bullies, and I've always been, but I'm learning to stick up to bullies because I hate when people just pick on you for a reason that you can't control. Sometimes bullies are, really surprised that I'm speaking up to them because they don't expect someone like me, someone who tries to be kind as much as they can, to stick up to them. So I always see a surprised look on their face, but I know that I'm doing the right thing.
For me, it was a different kind of online harassment.
Excuse me, I just burped.
Unsolicited pics that I did not want
Whoa.
over Snapchat, and just like
Okay, that's a whole different situation now.
continuing to send me things and then like blackmailing me on things.
That is literally just like illegal. You can't do that. Like, that's just weird.
I posted some photos, and then like the first couple minutes I already started to get harassed by this random person. It just really made me uncomfortable because I didn't know who they were, and it was like really creepy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've definitely, now that I'm thinking about it, like the harassments I've had, bro, 90% of the time, because I'm used to it. And maybe that's what it is. Because I'm used to it. Like I said, I grew up on playing COD, and like just having that, like those words or just that mean stuff just thrown at me all the time. So maybe it's because I'm used to it, right? So I'm gonna give it a benefit of that. But there's been a lot of times, like just recently when the Sixers series was going on against the Raptors, bro, I got in so many arguments with Canadian Raptors fans, bro. Like it was so bad and annoying. I hated it, bro. It was so bad, bro. It even got to the point where one of the kids trying to doss me, like they trying to like get my information and like send stuff to my, like they're so weird, bro.
Well, I mean, I could see why.
There's just no
a lot of
lives.
You have been harassed like that. That's over a half of us. That's because just you don't know who a person is. If they just don't upload a picture, don't choose a name, anything like that. The thought of being able to completely go like incognito, nobody knows who you are, so you can't get punished for anything. That gives like these disgusting people like a lot of power, and they want to abuse it. And
You don't know who Pickle Jam 3000 is. It could be your best friend, or it could be some pedophile online.
If you knew, what would he do? Bro, don't play with my boy Gordon, bro. Bro, Gordon is a shooter, bro. Like, he will get, bro. Like, he really like that, bro. Don't do that. Gordon's a demon, bro. He really like that, bro.
Like that was like someone I saw like every day.
These people become these completely different identities as they begin to just like
Gordon the thinker.
The worst version.
He do got a big head. Like,
compulsions, because they know as soon as I'm done, I'll just delete it and no one can ever know. You have no accountability.
I'm excited for the future.
Dang, I'm interested in what Gordon's gonna say.
I think a lot of us hesitated there because I'm excited if the future holds change, but then there are other futures that are starting to make themselves known that I am not excited about, like the Texas abortion law, the Florida Don't Say Gay bill that forbids LGBTQ plus education up to 6th grade. That's probably going to pass. It's like, these are futures I do not want to see, but there are also futures that I am more than excited about.
I feel like Gen Z specifically, we're really, ahead of the game in social change, and I think that that's going to carry us far if we use it to the best of our capability. So.
Yeah, I feel like on another note, I'm excited for the experiences I'm gonna be able to like travel by myself, and there's just so much more I can do, but at the same time it terrifies me because there's so much I can do. And like I have so much responsibility.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm 18 and I have to, be responsible. Wait, actually, no, speaking of that, I am 18. How do I even, because I have to register for the selective service thing. I don't even know how to do any of that. Are they gonna like come to my house if I don't do it? I'm just not gonna do it. Like, what is gonna happen?
I'm excited.
I wonder if they'll take me, bro.
To see how I
I'm
love
kind of
the
scared.
person
What the hell?
because obviously I'm much younger than everyone here. So I'm just excited to see how I grow when I get to be you guys' age.
She's
I
very
also
like
think
she
how
talks
it's
very
gonna
well
be
for
I give
however
back, so I
old she
also wanna
is.
see that grow. And I do have a podcast, so I also want to see that
She has a
grow.
podcast?
Hi, my name is Hanadi. I'm in 6th grade and I'm a middle school girl. The podcast is 9.5 Podcast because I made it when I was 9. And I basically talk about peer pressure on a lighter level, toxic friendships versus clean
In
friendships.
6th grade?
A lot of things in that matter.
They sent me mail twice and recruited. Wait, you haven't done it? Wait, have you done it? If you haven't done it, then I'm not doing it either, bro. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm gonna be on like Muhammad Ali type thing.
Years, but then what are my adult years going to be like? So I'm neutral. Future, come at
You
me.
could go to
But I'm also
jail?
neutral, So that's just how I feel.
I don't really like to
Yeah,
think
I'm.
about the future.
What?
because
There's
the
already
older
enough
you
people who want to
get,
go to the army,
it's
bro. Like,
feeling like
I don't need
the
me,
more
bro.
people
I'm
you
not doing
meet,
anything in the army, bro.
And I don't really like to think that. My name is Nino. I'm in 6th grade and I'm a middle school boy. I'm not excited to be in middle school because I'm aging and
Facts,
I
bro.
kind of want to stay young.
I feel you,
but
Nina.
On the other hand, it's fun to go to middle school and learn about a lot of new things.
What a lot of you said, it's responsibilities, losing a loved one, being all alone. All of that combined is why I don't want to think about the future specifically. And essentially, these are the golden years of our life. Teenagers, it's perfectly balanced.
I would disagree that it's perfection because our bodies are going through such rapid change. The way you stand in the world, you
Every time
change
they
your
call me,
personality, what feels
that's
right
what I
to
smoke. I just say
everyone.
10 minutes
It's
ago,
how you can fit in
and they
the
hang up.
world, but you
What
never
the
feel
fuck?
isolated.
Yeah, I'm not
Always
answering.
feel alone.
Wait, so
And
I didn't even
like,
get your. Well, they know all my information, so never mind. They'll probably. Dang, what if they just call me right now, bro? As soon as I turn 18, they say, yeah, you got it.
it's
Yeah,
gonna
come
be
on.
even worse. I guess I'd rather stay here.
I believe my friendships will last forever.
Nope, they do not. You fall out with a lot of people, bro. Which is okay because you meet new people. They won't
I
give it
have,
to you in a
really close
month.
friends who've been friends together like for a long time already. I remember one of them asked me to come to like a sleepover, and it was kind of like a huge thing because like that was the first time I ever had any sleepover. Like those are bonds that are gonna like hold us together like forever. And I know that like a lot of people I'm friends with now, like I won't be friends with them forever, but I feel like there are people in my life that we're always gonna be together because like that's my person right there. Like they've been through like with me like thick and thin.
And I have this one friend that I'm allowed to go to her house, and her family is really sweet to me. She's really sweet to me, so I honestly think it will last very, very long.
My current best friend, like the person that I go to for literally everything, we went through a really rough patch this year. We weren't really talking very much for a good 3 months. And there was a while where neither of us knew if we were ever going to be friends again because we told each other that we just kind of needed a break. And then
People do that in
2
friendships.
months
I don't think it's
ago,
ever that
he texted
serious.
me and was like, you know, I think I have taken a good amount of space and I'm ready to
They saying it like it was
like close friends again.
like it was a relationship, like they were like a married couple. It's never that
I
serious.
was like, you know, I feel the same way, and I feel like we now know our boundaries better. And
Or
I
maybe
honestly
it's for girls, because obviously, well, maybe not obvious, but I'm not a girl, so I just don't know. But a lot of times for guys, bro, if we don't talk, bro, I could talk like even with Zamir, like I didn't talk to him in a minute, right? Or I did actually, but I didn't talk to him for a little bit, and I could just call him and we just pick up from wherever we left off. It's never like that serious. Like even when I have arguments, I've had so many arguments with a lot of my friends, like serious arguments, and we just eventually get over it because it's never that serious.
Hypothetically speaking, if my friend who I've known for a really long time moved, we could still message, hi, how's new house or whatever. We'd still be friends because even though she's not like right in front of my face, she's right in front of her phone and I'm right in front of my phone. So it's like we're kind of connected. Therefore, we could always
Yeah,
like,
really,
be
Olivia?
friends forever. I'm
She kind of seen a little
I'm an
cuckoo. I'm
eighth
not
grade
gonna lie.
middle school girl. Some things I love about my friendships in middle school is the connection we have. The fact that we went from elementary school to middle school is this big transition. It's like we see each other growing up. As we grow, we learn more amazing things, and our bond grows so much more. It's just amazing. I love it.
Yo, she is so happy, bro. She's happy to be alive.
I remember having like a bunch of great friends in like preschool, kindergarten, and now it's been years and I don't know where they live. We're not even in contact anymore. Like my mom has
Yeah,
their
for
phone
sure.
number, but we haven't been in contact. So I don't think friendships like last forever. They can.
They
but,
definitely don't.
like,
I had a
sometimes
best
they
friend
don't.
in elementary school growing up. We literally have it's literally his birthday too today, and I still follow him on Instagram and stuff. But like I like for the most part, like we were best friends. Like he was like literally my closest friends at one point. And then I moved, and then you kind of just once you stop seeing a certain people, you kind of just die out because there's like no reason for you guys to really talk, especially when you're younger because you can't just get up and go to their house or just get up and leave to go hang out and do stuff. You need your parents with you. So it's like a lot of the times like once you guys leave or don't see each other in school, 90% of the time y'all just won't be friends. And that doesn't necessarily mean like y'all don't like each other or y'all can't be friends again. It's just that's just how it is.
Yeah,
That's why I don't take it that
anything can
seriously
happen. Like
or care that
those types
much.
of like annoying things, like social media, things like that, can ruin friendships in the terrible circumstances. And I hate to be the annoying one and say, "Oh, you can die. That's not forever." But
Wait, huh?
yeah, friendships can have anything happen to them. Some of them last forever, but mine personally, I don't know. I don't think they will.
I see
Yo,
how
Gordon just have this.
seems
He just has this like
very
different
sensitive.
perspective on life, where he's just like he just already knows, bro. He just knows. He's just already given up,
Get
bro.
more and more dysfunctional as time goes on until the people separate and never talk to each other again. I've gotten stuck in this cycle of losing friends, getting bullied, having everyone like gang up on me and I'm the one
What do you mean
person
by
who's
that?
alone. And I'm just pessimistic about it now. I don't think friendships will last forever, and I don't think that like no matter how good your friendship is, something's gonna screw it up.
And I also think it's about, like taking friendships day by day. It's not about thinking about what you're going to do in
Yeah.
I don't know, like 10, 20 years. Like if you're still going to be friends or maybe not. It's just about having fun with that person, not, thinking about the future too much because I feel like it's all in the moment and that's what we should be focusing on. So.
Y'all, that was
There we go. Great episode. Great Jubilee episode, bro. But yeah, like she touched on, I think it's really just you be friends with whoever you're friends with at the moment. It's never that serious. You don't got to think about it 20 years down the line. And